Hey guys, I'm so excited to share this with you. It's something that I've been trying to do and plan for a while. It is my EOS Snow Globe PopSocket, and it actually works. You can shake it up and watch all the little charms and characters fall with the glitter and the snow. It also happens to be really easy, so that's even better. I also got engaged, so I have another shiny thing to show you. But it's been very exciting, and so is this tutorial, so I hope you have fun and enjoy watching. The first thing you're going to need is just a regular EOS lip balm. You're just going to open it up and place the lip balm portion aside because we're not going to be using that for the project. We are going to be using the top of the lip balm. As you can see right here, there is a plastic piece we are going to pop out. Parental warning, if any kids are doing this, you need a sharp knife or a sharp object. Just be very careful and have your parents help if you need to. And then pop up the plastic piece. When you take the plastic piece out, you're going to see that it has this ring around it. You can leave it, but I would prefer to take it off. So I got some industrial strength scissors. Actually, these are just regular scissors, but they really were good at cutting through this hard plastic. Just go all the way around cutting that ring off, and then we will move on to the next step. If you have a nail file or a piece of sandpaper, I just like to file the bottom of the globe to really try to make it as even as possible for when we are gluing it onto the PopSocket. Now you can set that aside, and now it's time for my favorite part of this project, and you will see why. I absolutely love these little canes of cute little cutouts, and I'll show you exactly what they are and what they do. This is what's going to make this little snow globe super cute and festive for the holidays. These are polymer clay canes from Miniature Sweet, you guys, and I absolutely love how awesome these are. You can look below in my description box for where I got each and every one of these things. Everything I'm using is pretty much coming from Miniature Sweet, and it is an amazing website. So as you can see, each one of these canes has a different design, and what you do to use them is just take a knife or a blade, or if you have an X-Acto knife like I do, and cut them very thin to make little tiny designs for projects like this. There they are. There are all of our tiny little designs that we're going to put inside of our snow globe. They're so cute. Okay, so here's our PopSocket, and just so you know, I already painted the top of my PopSocket white, taking some glitter from Miniature Sweet and putting it on top of the PopSocket just to give it that wintry, snowy effect. Yes, I know, the underneath my nails are hideous right now. I definitely need to redo my manicure. Try to ignore that while we are creating magic. Perfect. It is so glittery and sparkly. Okay, on to the next part. You can put aside your PopSocket and say hello to my silicone mold, which we won't be using for its real purpose, but we will be using it for a tiny stand for our tiny little globe. We are going to take the tiny snow globe top that we took out of our EOS, and we're just going to position it into the silicone mold just for some stability. Now here's my magic wand, and I'm serious about this. I never understood how people picked up tiny little, charms and stuff and put them on their nails. You need one of these wax pencils. They are a must if you do crafts like this. I also got this from Miniature Sweet because they sold the polymer clay canes. So these are so easy when you're working with tiny little charms and things like this to just quickly pick them up and place them into your creation. So we are just picking them up and putting them into our little snow globe. Okay, now we're done with that, and we're going to add some really pretty glitter and some snowflakes and some holographic snowflakes. And then we're also going to add some, oops, those little guys fell out. I had to use my little wax pencil there. Then we're also going to use some gold glitter, so festive. And then these pretty little beads. I just thought they were really pretty and they looked like snow. Now we are going to use some distilled water. No, it's not blue. That is just a mason jar that happens to have a tint to it. We're going to put a tiny bit of distilled water inside. Let it sit for a second while you move around our little polymer pieces with a knife just to get them to sink to the bottom. Now just add a little bit more water and stab the designs again. Please don't demonetize me. Little bit more water. Stabbing water. And set that aside for a minute. Say hello to our dried PopSocket. We are now going to add some UV resin. This is amazing stuff. This is a thin version. Look below if you want to get this. It's amazing for all kinds of crafts. You're just going to take that UV resin and you're going to apply it, thin layer right on the top. Make sure to evenly distribute it, and then we are going to cure it with our UV flashlight. I really want you to do this craft because I think it's super, super cute. Okay, this is where the magic happens. I didn't get this on camera, you guys, because I had to focus on what I was doing. And when I did get on camera, all you could see was my hand anyway. But all I did is while the resin was still wet, so I haven't cured it yet with the UV light, I just took the PopSocket, turned it upside down, and placed it on top of the globe. I didn't put anything on the globe. I just put the resin onto the PopSocket, so there's wet resin. I flipped it over, and now, while my hand is pressed down on it so that it's very secure, I'm going to cure it with the UV light. I usually cure for about 2 to 4 minutes. You really don't need that long depending on what kind of UV resin you're using, but it really doesn't take much for this stuff to really harden. Once I flipped it over and everything was secure, I took some UV glue and I put it all the way around the globe just to make sure everything was sealed tightly, and then I cured that with the UV light. I honestly believe you could probably use E6000 glue for this entire project, but it's totally up to you. Now I'm going to add some glitter before I actually cure that UV glue, just to add a little pizzazz. All right, here's the last step. I'm just curing that UV glue with my UV light, and now we're going to see our creation in all of its glory.